Hey, it's me, Tiffany. Welcome to my channel where I share all things pregnancy, postpartum, and motherhood related. I am a certified birth and postpartum doula, so that means that I support women and their families on their journey from conception to postpartum. If you haven't had a chance yet, please check out my website at www.nurturebytiff.com, where you can check out my doula services, you can check out my childbirth education courses, and you can check out my merch. Y'all, the last 2 weeks has been so freaking, I don't even want to say stressful. I usually don't share too much of like my personal life or whatever that I have going on, you know what I'm saying, outside of this or whatever. I had graduations I had to go to like back to back, and then I ended up having a client who delivered a baby. She delivered a healthy baby boy. He was 5 pounds 11 ounces. So I was dealing with that, and also my freaking truck decided that it wanted to get sick or break down on me, so I ended up having to take my truck to Volkswagen, and I was without it for 2 weeks. Thank God they gave me a loaner, and I finally had my truck back. I'm freaking ecstatic because I really miss my truck, y'all. I love my truck, and I'm so glad that I finally have it back, and I'm so glad that it was covered under warranty also, because if I would have had to pay out of pocket, that would have been horrible. But I thank you all so much for tuning in with me today. So the story that I'm going to share with you all today is coming out of Florida, and it really hit close to home because I am the mother of 4, and this lady was the mother of 4 children also, and I think that she was doing what any mother would do, but I'm going to share this clip with you and come back and we'll talk about it.
4, who police say was shot to death by a neighbor. That woman is now in custody as the family of Ajika, also known as A.J. Owens, demands justice. Victor Oquendo is there in Florida for us with this story. Good morning, Victor.
Good morning, Robin. The sheriff's office says they've been working around the clock ever since the shooting, which happened just behind us, conducting interviews, reviewing evidence and surveillance, and ultimately determining that the suspect's actions were not justifiable under Florida's Stand Your Ground law.
Overnight, a Florida woman accused of shooting her neighbor, now in police custody.
Tonight, we have arrested 58-year-old Susan Lawrence for the killing of Miss A.J. Owens.
Lawrence was arrested and charged with manslaughter for the shooting of mom of 4, Ajika, A.J. Owens, when she knocked on her door. According to police, on Friday, a group of children were playing in a field next to Lawrence's home. One of A.J. Owens' children forgot their iPad and went back to retrieve it. Lawrence allegedly threw a pair of skates at the child. Owens then approached Lawrence's home and was shot through the door as she knocked. The 35-year-old pronounced dead at the hospital.
I saw her laying down on the ground, and that's when I went in and I started doing scanning for open wounds.
Franklin Colon heard the gunshot and ran out to help Owens.
Has she lost a lot of blood?
She did, yes, sir. You could see the blood on the ground.
Authorities arresting Lawrence days after the incident once they determined Florida's Stand Your Ground law, which heavily depends on a presumption of fear, did not apply. The Owens family attorneys are calling for the law to be eradicated.
It does not apply in all situations, and this situation is a prime example of when it was not justified. It was simply a killing.
My daughter, my grandchildren's mother, was shot and killed with her 9-year-old son standing next to her. She had no weapon. She posed no imminent threat to anyone.
On Twitter, Owens' family calling Lawrence's arrest pivotal.
Tonight was a pivotal moment with the arrest of the perpetrator who shot and tragically killed my daughter.
The manslaughter charge carries a penalty of up to 30 years in prison, along with charges of culpable negligence, battery, and 2...
All right, so that was the story. I'm going to share a story with you all from when I lived in Germany, okay? So I lived in Germany for 2 years, and being part of military or dealing with military, you see so many different people, you meet so many different people from all kind of different backgrounds, all kind of different walks of life, and you may meet some people who aren't really fond of you, don't really care too much about you, and I mean, that's just life in general. Everybody you come across is not going to like you, and that's just what it is. So we live next door to a couple and they did not care too much for Black people, and they let us know that. Let's just say by the end of the tour, by the end of our 2 years, we gained an understanding. Let's just put it at that. We didn't have any problems, and that's how I feel like it should be. In this woman's case, it wasn't like that so much. It seemed like or from what the story is saying and how everything unfolded, it was like her neighbor had a problem with her and her children. And I just wish that we were in a space as human beings and as people to where we would allow people to be people. Allow children to be children, let them play, do whatever. You know what I'm saying? As long as they're not harming anyone, as long as they're not causing any problems, causing any trouble, I feel like people should just let people be. But I also wish that we were in a place where we can talk to our neighbors if we are having a disagreement or if we're having a problem. The neighborhood I live in right now, predominantly Caucasian people, on all sides of me. And I've not had any issues, thank God. We've all been able to, you know what I'm saying, if we've ever had like any issues like fences or our dogs or anything like that, we're able to, you know what I'm saying, come knock on each other's door and have civilized conversations. You know, I just wish that we were like that as a society, but I have to be realistic and know that everyone's not like that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this mother just did what any mother would do. Like I said, you know, if there's someone out bothering your children or harassing your children or doing something to your children, and it was said that the lady threw the little boy's iPad at him, or, you know, and hit him with the iPad to the point where it was like cracked. So I really feel like this mother was in like mama bear mode. Like, you are doing something to my child, so I'm gonna come over here and we're gonna see what the issue is. And unfortunately, she ended up losing her life behind it. I know they're trying to throw the whole stand your ground law in. The lady couldn't even see, you know what I'm saying, behind the door. So for her to say that she fears for her life, I kind of disagree with that. Especially if you were being aggressive in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You were being aggressive towards these children. You decided to assault one of the children, but then you want to say that you're in fear for your life. You know, I really wish that the mom, instead of going over to this lady's house, would have just called the police to try to help her. And I feel so horrible because they're saying that the children feel like they're the reason why their mother is no longer here. And I pray for those babies' healing. You know, I mean, I think that even me, I'm guilty. You know what I'm saying? Somebody has, you know, done something to my child at school before as far as bullying. Hey, I'm up there. You know, I've been that mom. Sometimes we react, you know what I'm saying? We want to protect our babies. And I just feel like this mom was probably going next door or to her neighbor's house to actually try to have a conversation to figure out what was going on and why she did what she did to her child. And instead, she ended up getting shot. She ended up losing her life. And now these children don't have a mom. You know what I'm saying? And I think that is just absolutely horrible. I hate that we're also trigger happy now. Instead of figuring out how to have a conversation with each other, our only solution is to, oh, I'm gonna shoot you, I'm scared for my life. You that scared? You really gotta be that scared. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Don't understand that at all. The story just leaves me speechless in a sense, because like I said, I'm the mom of 4 children. You know, I pray to God that I am able to be here to raise all 4 of my girls to adulthood. I have 1 daughter that is an adult. You know, got 3 more to go. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be here. I want to be able to protect them. I want to be able to do whatever it is that I need to do to make sure that my babies grow up, you know, and they're able to be, you know, be able to contribute to society, you know, civilized human beings, adults. You know, I think this is what most of us want, you know, for our children. But it's sad that you can't even have a disagreement or dispute with someone, you know, without knowing how to talk it out, without violence. Why does it have to be the answer for everything? That doesn't have to be the answer for everything. And I'm living proof of that. Like I said, I've got neighbors. We all have differences, but I've got neighbors where we've, you know, had things go on and we were able to talk it out and figure out a solution. What happened to those days? What happened to those days? You know, I hate this for this family. I hate this for these babies. I think that they're putting manslaughter on the table, which I disagree with that, but that's just my thought. I don't feel like it was manslaughter. I feel like it was premeditated. I feel like it was straight up murder, but that's just me. You know, those are my thoughts. But like I said, I just wanted to get on here and share this really quickly. I thank you all so much for watching. Please comment. What are your thoughts? You know, share, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.